Costello. Today's video is going to be about reviewing Gravity Falls, the Gobblewonker Episode 2. Let's get started with a review of Episode 2 of Gravity Falls. So the opening scene starts off with Dipper and Mabel having a syrup race. Dipper looks at a magazine and realizing they've seen weird stuff, and the reward can be actually pictures of a monster who will get lots of dollars. Grunkle Stan comes by and says we're going to be doing a family bond, but Dipper's wondering if this is not their last family bond, which is painting some dollars. Grunkle Stan's that's not their family bond, and he admits that's not what they're going to be doing. Grunkle Stan says he has a surprise for Dipper and Mabel, so Grunkle Stan drives all the way to the lake for Dipper and Mabel for a surprise, but they're blindfolded. But then Grunkle Stan tells them it's fishing season, and everyone's fishing. He punches a fish, and Grunkle Stan says he needs fishing buddies because apparently these people don't like or trust him, and he gives hats to Dipper and Mabel, and it's handprint, he says. And he even brought to his joke book. Dipper and Mabel are wondering, is there a way out of this? And then we have a scene with a man named Old Man McGucket explaining there's a Gravity Falls Gobblewonker, and they have to come quick before it goes away. Old Man McGucket explains it happened right here. It had a long neck like a giraffe, an old wrinkly skin like Grunkle Stan, and it went to Scalabutt Island, if I'm saying it right. And they're wondering, they gotta believe him, but the officer says that they got a crazy old man, and everyone starts laughing. Old Man McGucket just says donkey spittles, and then just walks away. Dipper and Mabel are saying that could be amazing for this. If they got a picture of this monster, that they can earn a prize for it. And Dipper and Mabel have a plan. They ask Grunkle Stan if they can borrow his boat and go to that island. And then Seuss comes by and explains that they can use his boat. And Grunkle Stan makes a choice. It's either his boat or Seuss's boat. They look at Seuss and they look at Grunkle Stan. And Grunkle Stan, what's your choice? And Dipper and Mabel chooses Seuss's boat. Then we have a scene with Seuss, Dipper, and Mabel going to Scalabutt Island. Once they make to the island, they have some pictures of plans. Whenever they break a camera, Dipper will have lots of pictures of it. Then we have a scene with them in the island, walking to Scalabutt Island, and they try to look for the monster. And Mabel he taps Dipper's head, realizing if he's scared, and which he is. Then a possum comes by and takes the lantern away, and they hear a monster noise. Mabel asks Seuss if that was his stomach, but Seuss explains his stomach makes apparently whale noises. And then they think they saw monsters, but it actually later to be revealed they're actually beavers. But Dipper is wondering what was that noise that they heard. That was actually a beaver with a chainsaw. And apparently Dipper is saying that old guy was probably crazy after all. Dipper is planning to give up for not finding this monster apparently, but they hear something and they actually think it's the monster, but Dipper tells them to get their camera ready, but Seuss and Mabel back up, and they tell them all they just do is take a picture, and the Gravity Falls Gobblewonker appears. And the scene starts going crazy. They chase after him, and it goes crazy, and once they destroy half of Seuss's boat, it apparently gets stuck in a cave, and Dipper thinks since it's stuck, he can finally take a picture. He looks everywhere for a camera, but he has one under his hat. He takes a lot of pictures of the Gobblewonker, And once rocks start falling, apparently it landed on a head, and the Gobblewonker is later to be revealed as a giant robot. Then they see an opening, and they open it, and apparently Old Man McGucket is apparently controlling this beast. Dipper and Mabel are asking, why did they build this? Old Man McGucket explains when they get to be an old feller like him, nobody pays any attention to him anymore. His own son hasn't visited him in months, and apparently, if he built a Gobblewonker, he would get more attention. And his other pals didn't come and visit him, and Mabel asked, "Did you tell him how you feel?" And he said, "No, sir, not a thing." And he had a plan to build a death ray. Dipper and Mabel are realizing that what they did was extremely wrong, and wants to go to Grunkle Stan to cheer him up to be family. Apparently, they come by, and Grunkle Stan said he had a fun time without them, but Mabel and Dipper explained $5 that he can't do it with his eyes closed. Apparently, hooking a worm onto a hook. They start fishing, and then the ending scene starts off with Dipper and Mabel heading to shore, but something hits the boat, and they're wondering what was that, and apparently it's the real Gravity Falls Gobblewonker. And that was the episode of Gravity Falls Episode 2. I know, it was a little bit of a long review, but hey, if you made it this far, then congratulations, we need to talk about the show. My personal thoughts on the show when I watched all the episodes. I thought the show was pretty amazing and pretty interesting. There were a few crazy episodes that were kind of my favorites, and the show was just amazing, and the ending started off with 3 parts of the episodes, part 1, part 2, part 3 of Weirdmageddon, and apparently part 3, that was the final episode of Gravity Falls. And did you guys like Gravity Falls? Let me know down in the comments down below if you like Gravity Falls. Okay guys, I'll see you on... Oh, hey Phineas. Oh, hey Ferb. What are you guys doing here? You want me to do a review of your first episode? I guess, guys, we're going to be starting off the first episode of Phineas and Ferb that will be coming on Monday.